Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Dr. Aidila binti Mubarak. So, in this video, the Group 7 will present about the food waste and food loss implication to food security for the assignment PPA3103 Food Science.
Hi. So for the introduction of food security, it's actually food security exists when all people have physical and economic access to enough safe and nutritious food to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life at all times. So this definition actually identifies four major dimensions of food security. The first one is availability, access, utilization, and also the last one is stability. So when we go through about food availability, so food availability is like determined by the level of food production, the stock levels, and also the net trade, and addresses also the supply side of food security. For next, for the access, a sufficient supply of food at the national or international level does not guarantee food security at the household level, and insufficient food access concerns have led to increased accentuation of policies, expenditures, markets, and also prices to achieve food security goals. So the third factor is utilization. So utilization is commonly understood as the process by which the body extracts the most nutrients from food, and also individuals' adequate energy and nutrients intake is the result of a good care and feeding practices, food preparation, diet diversity, and also intra-household food distribution. This, in conjunction with good biological utilization of food consumed, determines an individual's nutritional status. Even if your food intake is adequate today, but you are considered food insecure if you have insufficient access to food on a regular basis. So putting your nutritional status at risk, adverse weather, political unrest, or economic factors can all have an impact on your food security. So that's all for introduction. Thank you.
There are a lot of causes of food loss and also food waste. Food loss mostly related to the error occur in industrial processing. Due to the protocols, food that is not fit the standard requirement will be thrown away, such as trial runs, inappropriate measurement of the product, packaging errors, and also others. Other than food loss, food waste commonly occur between the food supply chain members, such as retailer and also consumer. For some retailer, they assume that an overemphasized appearance of the product can boost their sales. But nowadays, consumers tend to buy the items that is best for themselves and not even care about the visual of the product. Therefore, the product that is to focus on appearance cannot excite the consumer anymore because of their awareness. Other than that, over ordering product also can cause food waste. This is because not all of the products will be purchased by the consumer. This might be due to that the availability of foods at their house or properties have already enough. So when this happens, the products that has shorter shelf life will be expired, and the consumer will absolutely not going to buy them, and the item remain unsold. The only alternative left is to throw that expired item away. Next, consumer behavior also take part in food loss. Most of the consumer like to buy a lot of products during promotion. This is because to reduce the cost, and they forget about the food waste that might be occur. The other behavior is consumer like to order buffet meals for events and so on. The only problem here is the food served is not in line with the payment that has been done by the consumer, because some of hotels and also restaurants that serve buffet, they will prepare extra foods when the served food has run out. So when the extra food is not needed, an enormous amount of ready to eat meal will be thrown away.
Okay, next I will present about impact or effect of food waste and food loss to the food security. First impact is increase the number of people who are food insecure. or as we know, before the pandemic, COVID-19, there are estimate 680 million people were food insecure, and this number will expected to rise throughout the pandemic COVID-19, and it will become one of the most serious impact to food security that we're facing the global trends. Okay, second is impact on the composition of diet and vulnerable to income and price volatility. Depend of growing global demand for foods. Millions of people worldwide will be going hungry. In the food supply chains, for example, 1.3 billion ton of edible foods have been supplied, but 1 per 3 of the world food production is loose or waste. Okay, next effect is natural resources depletion and pollution. This happen because of food waste from production food that is not consumed, that will create carbon dioxide waste that will contribute to global warming and climate change.
Everyone has a part to play in managing food waste and food loss. Taking simple steps in your everyday life can make a difference in addressing these issues. Reducing waste food is a triple win. It's good for the economy, for communities, and for the environment. First, by post-harvest handling and storage. A major contribution to food loss, especially in developing regions, is the lack of adequate handling and storage facility for fresh products such as fruit, vegetable, meat, and fish. Proper handling of fresh food and vegetable after harvest and during transport is critical, as this item can be easily bruised or blemished, becoming unmarketable. Second, by helping people through food bank. Food banks are charitable organizations which accept donated food and redistribute it those in need, such as food insecure and homeless citizens. Therefore, food banks can offer food waste management solutions while also helping to alleviate food insecurity and food poverty. But they should be managed in a way that provides real benefit to users. Third, by understanding food labeling. There is a big difference between best before and use by dates. Sometimes food is still safe to eat after the best before date, whereas it is used by date that tell you when it's no longer safe to eat. Check food labels for unhealthy ingredients such as trans fat and preservatives, and avoid food with added sugar and salt. Fourth, buy only what you need. Plan your meals, make a shopping list and stick to it, and avoid impulse buys. Not only will you waste less food, but you will also save money. Lastly, by changing consumer behavior, the way in which consumers interact with food, from the store or restaurant to the home, greatly influence how and why food is wasted. Adjusting how consumers interact with food in the retail environment, as well as educating consumers about food safety and food waste, can reduce food waste from consumers.
Conclusion: the understanding of food security is crucial to prevent food waste and food loss among the human population. It because food is the main source of all people, and the developed countries largely depend on the food system. So, eliminating food waste and loss can help the country's people who facing the food crisis and ensure the stability of necessary food. Last but not least, the management of food waste and loss will ensure the food security goal can be achieved. That's all from us. Thank you.